cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, home to the Wisconsin Badgers. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Trojans will kick it away first. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. On the ground, it's Hurtado. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Guys, let's step back here and think big picture Wisconsin. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
And the Badgers will call on their punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Pulls it in at the 25. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man to the left. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. And that's a really difficult route to handle if you can get a big fella working the outside in the corner like that.
No doubt, because he runs upfield first and then makes a beeline towards the sideline. So whether it's man or zone, you can throw that football away from the defender and make some big plays.
This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an
breaks into the open. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, USC!
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got it out. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get it. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Coming out with it, it's Harmon. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it, trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trusting your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. They just keep firing. They're working that left side. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. The Trojans are marching down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Going right and going deep. Just way off target and missed it.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback, right? Gets a little bit of pressure. He's able to scramble to his right, extend the play, and he tried to take a shot deep down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
There he goes. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game for the offense.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Here's the handoff. He has the first and still on his feet. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice gain, this time on the ground.
And the Trojans back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. A little screen to the running back. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Back to pass on second down. Got his man in the middle. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. Third down coming.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to lie.
And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. The give to the tailback. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Forced out of the pocket. Pulls it in on the right. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Power football with the run. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Finds his man. It's Hurtado. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. The Badgers are moving quickly down the field. This is a designed run. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. They'll try to snap it quickly.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Firing to the right, complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Pitts. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Catch in the middle, it's Murphy. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Badger! They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. One final play before the end of the quarter. Leaves it with the back. Creates a little room. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. He leaves it with his back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Wants to fire on second down. Looking left. He got a hand in there. Knocks it away, incomplete.
know, this defense knew the offense was going to try to take shots vertically down the field and do it in a variety of ways. That time, they were able to defend the corner route and swat the ball down.
Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. Third down coming. Oh, he wants it all. Another incompletion on third down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And the punt will hit at the one, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
He'll take a deep shot here. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Gets the back moving. From the gun on third down. Pulls it in. It's Hurtado. Oh, what a move. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
I don't always have to push the ball down the field. I love when QBs drop back, look at the matchups. Oh, I got my running back. I think he can get the first down. Give him the football. Let him be an athlete with the football in his hands after he catches it. Nice job by the QB. Nice job by the running back.
Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down and nothing doing there. And the Badgers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Turning it on! And he's knocked down.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was second and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got third and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again here?
He's going to look for a man on third and short. He's taking the shot. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Wisconsin. A great catch and run for 6.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the... as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver.
It's a seam wide open. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Wants to go up top. Going for 6. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. They're snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. All wideouts, no backs. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Looking for the goal line, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Trojans. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Let's take just a moment here and talk about Wisconsin. Doesn't matter what time of season it is, a top 10 win is a top 10 win, and you know the underdogs would love to make a statement.
No doubt about it. We've got a very low number beside your name. You're going to get everybody's best shot, and that's what this team is expecting from their opponent today. A lot of eyeballs watching this game, David. A lot of expectations on this team. Now it's time to see if they can deliver.
Yeah, and the all-season was so much more important when you know you're playing a highly ranked team to start the season. Attention to detail higher, excitement higher, a chance to go out and prove something very early in the season.
To the air on first down. The sure hands, it's Pitts. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. He wants to go deep. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Badger. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The big tight end, always able to make the defense pay.
And tight ends have evolved so much in football. And these guys are like wide receivers now, and you see why. Got the athletic ability, the big bodies, throw to them and make big plays for them.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Picked off, what a play to set him up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it, and you could tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Badgers racing to the line in a hurry up. The give out of the gun. Runs from the tackle. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Intercepted to stop the threat. Takes it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final two. Intercepted, a first half turnover can swing momentum.
You will always remember your first, and how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. The Badgers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll run play action. A shot toward the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. And the Badgers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll throw on 3rd down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
They'll send the back in motion. On 4th down, going to the air. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. A strike downfield. They get him down at the 36. It will be a 1st down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Wants to go up top on 1st down. Buys a little extra time. Fires to the right. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. On 1st down, he just sneaks it ahead. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. My goodness, you need those field goals, guys, to cut into that deficit. We're still at 11. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Badgers will kick it away to start the 2nd half. Here he comes. This is a gamble. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring goal.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
Got it in the middle. It's Hartman. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. That type of big play can even make Traveler perk up and take notice.
And, man, when I think about USC and just their pass, I just think about explosive. Explosive playmakers, making explosive plays down the field, finding those big wide receivers, and making big plays.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Takes the easy completion. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. You can hand it to him. You can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? They're finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and game tackled.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. Third down coming. They'll try to power their way ahead. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds.
I love the effort by that defender on that play. He knew the ball was coming to the outside, and he was being blocked. He was able to shed it quickly and then use his speed to force that ball carrier out of bounds for a loss.
Converts on fourth down. Still going. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. The Trojans are in the hurry-up. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. Oh, he makes the catch.
I'll tell you, this defense, they've looked really good with their backs against the wall. When they get down in their own end defensively in the red zone, they really just seem to tighten up, and you saw it there on that play.
These fans raising the volume on second and goal. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. This crowd knows when to bring it. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's fourth down. Fourth down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
Just about had the pick in the end zone. Instead, it'll be fourth down.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture. After such a long drive, so many first downs, you've gotten right down to the doorstep. Fourth down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
Here comes the heat. Touchdown, Trojans! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Now they'll try the 2-point conversion and try to crawl within 3. There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. And the Badgers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on 3rd down expecting him to get the ball again.
On the snap, it's Durham. Fights off the defender. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the 1st down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And quarterbacks got to understand, I know you got your favorites, and you're going to look out there and you're, that guy's really good. I'm going to find ways to get him. But I got to take what the defense gives me, and double coverage is probably not the avenue that I want to go attack.
He's going for a big play downfield. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Shoots it to the left. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the 1st down. These 2 guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
On the run, it's Pitts. Still running at the 40. Breaks into the open. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the 2nd half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Give to the running back. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Quarterback may change this route. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Couldn't find anybody open, just threw it away, and that's a smart move. You want to avoid the turnover, especially in the red zone. It'll be 4th down. They're in makeable field goal range. They could tie the game, but instead they'll go for it on 4th down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And that decision will be questioned for a while. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Runs into a wall. They'll give him 1 out to the 8.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their third down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went.
They snapped it to the up man. He's on the run. He's not even going to come close to the first down, and they'll turn it over.
Well, they were trying to get clever. They thought they had the right look for that fake punt, but give the defense a lot of credit. They were expecting it.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
Yeah, I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Sends it back in motion. Going to sling it on second down. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. He's got it on the move. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On the move. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
It's just so nice to have a signal back who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. This should be the last play of the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it to the back. There he goes. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. So the final period starts with a second down play. Looking to fire. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. And the Trojans will have it first and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. He's got it.
And there's no quit in this team. Obviously, they're trailing late in the game, but they're trying to make it happen. We've seen 2 big plays now, back-to-back. They're putting pressure on this defense.
Throws to the tight end. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on first down. Trying to beat the D deep. Makes the catch on the right side.